TVC teams have moved deeper into tournament play, and we've got everything you need to know. Welcome back to Hardwood Heroes. I'm Andrew Bowlby.
And I'm Ashley Fry. The boys tournament is in full swing with round one starting across the state.
And the girls, well, they are moving closer to Dayton.
Yeah, the competition is heating up on both sides, so let's find out who is on the chopping block.
Tonight, we start with the Trimble boys on the road in a sectional final versus Fairfield.
First possession for the Lions, and Logan McIntosh out to Dane Hodson for the early 3-0 lead. We're going to go over to the first shot for Trimble. Hunter Brandenberry to Brady Jasek answers and ties the game at 3.
But Fairfield dominated the rest of the quarter and led 18-3 after 1. Here's Jasek late in the second with a spinning layup, and the Lions lead 44-14 at half.
Yet to the third, Griffin Friend with the kick to the corner for Dane Hodson yet again. Trimble working in the fourth, but the ball is taken away, and Kayla Barrera finds the easy layup. Fairfield wins 69-32.
So the season comes to an end, but Brady Jasek is only a sophomore, and the Tomcats will be looking forward to him next year.
Yeah, Jasek took a big step this year, bumping up all his numbers, and he'll try to do the same next year as he leads Trimble into the future. So the Trimble boys saw their season end in the opening round, but the girls won their opening round game last week.
Yeah, this week they took on Notre Dame, a team that they beat back in January, this time for a spot in the district final. And reporter Ty Carpenter joins us, and this time things didn't really go the Tomcats' way.
Yeah, Trimble fell to the Titans 40-23, but they end their season above 500 for the first time in 3 years.
Yeah, and even though the campaign is over, they have a lot to look forward to for next year.
Yeah, the Tomcats are losing a couple of impact seniors, including starter Abby Weber, but just like Jasek on the boys, there's players to get excited about next season for the girls, and nobody sticks out more than Mackenzie Ing and Rylan Fouts. This season, Ing and Fouts added up to more than half of their team's points per game on top of strong defensive play. And the last time they played Portsmouth Notre Dame, the pair combined for 37 points.
So that performance is fresh on Notre Dame's mind. I'm sure it played a part in their game plan early on.
Yeah, so Notre Dame focused on stopping Ing in the paint and winning possessions early on, and Trimble just could not get the shots to fall, pushing the Titans to an early 8-2 lead. Now, the Tomcats did show signs of life in the second, even briefly taking the lead on a 9-0 run, but Notre Dame hit a late 3 to go into the half, up 16-13.
Yeah, but that final score wasn't very close, so what happened in that second half?
So Trimble got started leading 17-16, but Notre Dame's defense would take over, putting attention on Ing in the paint and pressing Weber and Fouts. They outscored Trimble 24-6 from that point on in the win. So Notre Dame avenges that early season loss. This result is much different from the last time they played.
Yeah, it seems like they made some serious adjustments. How did Notre Dame change the result?
Yeah, so Notre Dame introduced a zone and put a lot of attention inside. Trimble's offense could not operate in the paint, and that zone defense shut down the pass game.
Yeah, and on top of that, we know that Trimble defense has been excellent this season, but Notre Dame didn't have much trouble this time.
Yeah, Lainey Strickland will punish you in the paint, but you can't put too much attention on her, or else the Titans will get you from 3. Taylor Laswell and Lauren Trinidad both had 2 3-pointers. They're dangerous on both ends of the court, and head coach Matt Payton was happy to see this team buy in.
And I knew getting to that spot, we have to change some things up. And so I put in this new defense, and it really has helped us get to where we want to get to. And the kids are buying in. That's the biggest thing, getting them to buy in to where they can be active, where they can get steals, where they can really play hard. I love my team.
Coach couldn't stop smiling after the win. The Titans went on to play the winner of Clay and Waterford.
Yeah, I appreciate it, Ty. Thank you. Now, he just mentioned it, Clay and Waterford battling to see who will face Notre Dame. Jared Close beginning another playoff run. Waterford moving the ball early and passes it out to Kendall Surrey. She knocks down the wide open triple and led the Wildcats with 16.
Clay's going to get 2 here from Sophia Kraft, but it was all Waterford in the first, 15-4 lead. Let's see some more Surrey action here. Takes the ball and slides through the Clay defenders. Wildcats up 32-7 at halftime.
Panthers with a layup from Avery DeMorse, who led Clay in scoring. And how about this? Hensley Wagner, younger sister to Avery, with the and one in the fourth. Cats win 44-22.
And with that win, the Wildcats take on Clay for a spot in the regional semifinal.
And heading into this game, Waterford had won 3 of district titles in the last 4 years. And while we are joined by Natalie LaFleur to break down this game.
Yeah, guys, coming into this one, Waterford has been on fire with the Clay win, marking their 12th in a row.
Yeah, lots of dominant wins down the stretch, too. So how do the Wildcats start this one?
The Wildcats got off to a slow start in the first quarter, but easily picked it up in the second, going on a 17-0 run. Waterford put high pressure on Notre Dame, causing them to crumble, heading in a half up 33-12, due in no small part to the chemistry of Waterford's 2 Averys, Wagner and Smithberger.
Yeah, we've heard a lot about the Avery double trouble all season, so what made them so effective in this one?
Smithberger seemed to be finding her fellow senior even with her eyes closed, and Notre Dame's 3-2 defense allowed Wagner to find herself wide open or with one-on-one opportunities, helping the Wildcats coast to a 59-29 win. With the deficit lead after halftime, Waterford had the opportunity to put some underclassmen in the game to prepare for further into the tournament.
The bench players, I thought, played pretty well today, and mixing them in with that. We had, Kendall got a couple fouls early, and Elsie got a couple fouls, so we went a little bit quicker that way. But I thought they done a really nice job handling that today. Didn't look like they shouldn't be out there. Sometimes when you put them in, they're nervous and they look like they aren't supposed to be out there. But I thought they did a really nice job today of adjusting to that.
So back-to-back district titles for the Wildcats. What comes next for them?
Well, Waterford will prepare to face off with Fisher Catholic on Thursday in the regional semifinal, but they are not looking to stop there. If the Wildcats take home a win on Thursday, they will advance to the regional final to play the winner of Berlin Highland versus Green. Now, both these teams have 21 wins on the season and could give the Wildcats a run for their money. Green has not lost since December 18th, while Berlin Highland in particular is looking for revenge as they lost to the Wildcats in overtime for the regional title last year. If the Wildcats claim the regional title, they will play in the state semifinal on March 7th. Jerry Close is looking for his third state title, and this would be the second championship win for this senior class.
Yeah, well, the odds are definitely in the Cats' favor. Thanks, Natalie. Now for the Waterford boys, they saw Eastern in the tournament this week, but before we get into that, we have one more regular season rematch for you, and it's a pretty big one. It's Eastern and Belpre. Belpre started out hot in the first to get this one going, but we know Eastern Eagles don't like to lose to a team twice. Colton Lloyd, he wants to get in on this one, pulls up from mid-range. He's automatic from two, as you're about to see here. Eastern leads 44-43. You're neck and neck. You look to Lloyd from mid-range. Again, he had 21 total points. Colton bucket getter Lloyd, and I think it's got a pretty good ring to it. And this putback from Brady Rockwell gets Eastern their revenge over yet another Hawking opponent, 82-74. So that win marks number 14 for the Eagles and the best team Reidsville has seen in 15 years. The last time the Eagles finished a season with 14 or more wins was all the way back in 2011. But now, after years of rebuilding, Eastern is soaring into the playoffs with a historic group. And what do you do when you've made history? Well, you want to make some more. Eagles now looking for their first sectional title since 2013. And what better way to do it than against one of your biggest rivals? Stephen Crowley joins me with more.
Yeah, Ashley, the Eagles are looking to go 3-0 against the Wildcats this year. But don't be fooled by Eastern's 2 wins against the Wildcats. Their last meeting was only decided by 2 points. Now, in that matchup, Colton Lloyd had it going early, and everyone in the gym is going to get deja vu here as Lloyd gets 2 nice buckets to start things out, including this pretty turnaround jumper. And after a low-scoring 12-9 first quarter, Waterford would hit shots in their methodical offense as they only trailed by 5, 23-18 at the half. But out the break, Derek Barnes is itching to leave his mark on this game. First, he's going to get this 3 to go down, but check the sheer confidence here. Just moments later in transition, no doubt he's pulling up, no doubt he's draining it. But no, we're not done. Barnes, Euro step into the lane and one, count it. This has all happened in a matter of minutes. Waterford would cut a large deficit to 9, and Cole Sparling-Ponchak played great with 18 points, but Barnes would continue his dominant performance as Eastern ends the sectional drought.
So a big win, and Eastern's moving on, and you just mentioned a new name quite a bit.
Yeah, you got to be talking about Derek Barnes because we haven't mentioned quite a ton yet, but let me show you why he's just critical to this team. Now, Barnes had a game-high 22 points, and he has always been known as a reliable shooter for this team, but this year we've seen him get downhill more often, which has worked.
So we know about his offensive game, but what have you seen from him defensively?
Oh, he has improved massively this year. His athleticism allows him to get into passing lanes, and he got a ton of steals. He had 5 in this one here, but now let's hear from Eastern head coach Greg Lloyd regarding Barnes' clutch performance.
So somebody has to step up. And Derek did a phenomenal job shooting. I mean, I think the first couple threes he had, they were pretty much uncontested, and that just built his confidence from there. Then that's just one of them games where you just let him go. You know, sometimes he might take a bad shot, but in my eyes, it's a good shot because he's in a rhythm.
Yeah, Stephen, the Eagles are going to need another big performance like this one next week.
Yeah, they absolutely will, as they are now slated to face off against number 1 seeded Beaver Eastern on Tuesday.
Yeah, we'll be tuned in for that. Thanks, Steve.
Eastern boys will face a 1 seed. Here's top-seeded Fed Hawk girls facing Valley in a sectional final. Lancers get going with this. Brenly Cottrell feed to Jaylee Osborne for the opening score. Into the corner, Rory Tabler slight pause, then she launches a triple and knocks it down. Lancers in a rhythm. Valley looking for something, and how about Mia Rose with the and one? So nice, Valley did it twice. Next play is a Caitlin Queen 3-point play, but that would be the end of a push as Michaela Nelson on the break and an easy lay-in. Fourth quarter, Cottrell out on the perimeter, putting the finishing touches on a 52-24 win. Now, in back-to-back years, the Lancers have met Portsmouth West in the district final. This year, these two faced off under very different circumstances. And Gavin Carrick is now here to tell us how this year is so different from the previous ones.
Yeah, Bowlby, compared to the last couple of years, the Senators have graduated 4 seniors last season, 2 of them being team captains. Fedhock only graduated 2 last year and kept all of their youth. Now, the question is, can this youth come into an experience? Well, last season they could not. This game in Waverly wasn't really that much of a close one. Portsmouth West could rely on players like guard Emma Sayer, one of those previous mentioned team captains. She led the way in that game with 16 points in the 47-25 win.
Yeah, the question is, those more experienced Lancers now, how did this year's edition start?
Yeah, well, this game really didn't get off to a hot start. Both teams just couldn't get buckets to fall, but Fedhock held the advantage 11-7 at the end of 1. In the second is when the Senators found their rhythm, putting up 11 and only allowing 5 in the frame. Bradley Pistol led the way with 6 in the quarter. Fedhock knew they had to make a change, and they did just that, putting up 19 in the third. Bradley Cottrell and Jilly Osborne scored 8 and 6, while the Lancers only allowed 5 defensively. Fedhock was able to see this game out behind a 6-point fourth from Michaela Nelson, securing the Lancers' first district title since 1989. After the game, Nelson credited the team's ability to stick together in the win and advance to play Harvest Prep in the regional semifinals.
We definitely just had to stay positive. Brindley had 3 fouls, so she wasn't in very much. And me and Jay, I think we stood up and we made sure everybody stayed confident. And I know Takira got down on herself sometimes, but we brought her back up, and I think that showed.
So what a win by the Lady Lancers, taking the district final. The boys, they've had a really different season.
Yeah, Bobby, it's been a season of growth for this Lancers squad, and we saw that in their opening tournament game against Portsmouth Clay. Farrell Hawkins comes in as the 15th seed. Portsmouth Clay, the 18th winner, goes to the sectional final. Fedhock got out to the early advantage right here. It's Dylan Haynes swiping that ball away, taking it down the floor. How about a little on that finish, too? How nice is that? Clay needed to get something going offensively. Talk about some Corey Williams action. He dropped 6 in the quarter. The Panthers found themselves down only 1 going into the half, 29-28 Lancers. But the second half was when it was a script flipped it. Fedhock script scored only 40 in that half, allowing only 19. Rustam Waltz and Rembalut led the way for the Lancers. Waltz finished with 18, with Rembalut dropping 14, including 3 triples. That second half propelled Fedhock to their 69-47 win over Clay. This win gives Fedhock second win in 3 games, but a little bit of momentum hanging to a game against 18-4 North Adams.
Yeah, it absolutely does. Thanks so much, Gavin. So after the Fedhock boys beat Clay, they were off to face North Adams. Green Devils gonna get started in this one with a 3 from Connor Young at the top of the arc. He made a pair of triples in the first. Cam Joy working for Fedhock. He's gonna step in and knock down the mid-range. North Adams back to work. Reeston Schweiker with the easy drive and finish. He scored 32 points on the night. Here's Joy again with the offensive board out to Dylan Haynes. That's an open 3 and a knockdown for him. North Adams runs away with a 91-69 win. Post-game, Jonathan Thompson spoke on his team's progression.
And I think that they did, for the most part, did a decent job of doing that. We obviously got a lot of things that we still got to work on and that kind of thing. We'll put that in the summer and work on getting better at those kind of things. But all in all, I mean, they did grow as a team compared from game 1 to game 24 here was definitely a different team than the way we started.
So we're going to go ahead and start the Ohio rundown with Vinton County. The Vikings were in Hillsborough this week for a sectional final matchup.
Yeah, and unfortunately for the Vikings, they came out on the losing end in that game. And Vinton County reporter Grant Kiefer joins us now for his insight on this one.
Guys, it's another shortcoming for the Vikings in the tournament that's become a bit of an issue as of late. While Vinton County has won a whopping 4 TVC Ohio titles since 2018, its postseason success hasn't quite matched its conference success, and that theme continued in this year's tournament. It's been a struggle in the postseason as of late. Head coach NJ Kite hasn't won a playoff game in his tenure. VC's last win was against Athens in 2018. And to make matters worse, Vinton County hasn't been the higher seed in any of these losses. They haven't hosted once either. Senior Hayden Reynolds out. He's VC's second leading scorer. Vikings got out to a hot start. They led 10-4 early on. They were moving well in transition, running up and down the floor, getting good looks like this three from Nash Yates right here, but it didn't take long for Hillsborough to fight back. Enter Josh Rowland. He scored 25 points, and this kid is just a sophomore. Hillsborough took the lead into half, third quarter. The Indians lit it up from beyond the arc. This running buzzer beater three put a cap on it. Hillsborough went pedal to the metal to win 72-43. And it's the end of an amazing career for Vinton County legend Cobra Sharp. He ended his career as a 1,000 career point scorer. He and Reynolds are the last of a golden era for the Vikings. Last year's undefeated conference champion has all graduated. A high cycle that head coach NJ Kite knows all too well.
I mean, you know, high school basketball every year you lose kids. You always have these kids. You're like, man, I can't believe they're graduating now. And it's one of those things you get more used to it. You accept it, but it doesn't make it any easier at the end of the season when those kids are gone.
Really tough end to the Vikings season and the careers of these seniors. VC will have to wait until 2026 for a chance at a playoff win.
Yeah, that'll certainly be on their minds in the offseason. Thanks, Grant. The Megs boys will see Hillsborough next week, but had a bye week in the meantime, preparing to start what they hope will be a big run in the playoffs.
Yeah, and all regular season long, we've talked about sophomore and junior stars Reed Brinegar and Carson Davis, but the Marauder seniors, they've contributed significant contributions during Megs' historic season.
Yeah, Megs reporter Lucy Schaefer had a chance to talk with the seniors who have been together and part of the program since the 4th grade.
Caden Geen, Aaron Tobin, Dustin Vance, Landon Deweys, and Brady Davis have been playing basketball together since the 4th grade.
Off the court, we're always with each other. We're definitely a lot, and so, it just grows over time, and you can really rely on the guys off the court, so they really do mean a lot to me.
In their final year in the maroon and gold, these Marauders have set records. The first 20-win regular season in school history and the first ever TVC Ohio title. But senior guard Caden Geen remembers what it was like to not stand at the top.
Coming up short a couple of years, for me, 2 years in a row, it was tough because last year we, on this court, lost to Vinton, and it was a very close game throughout the game, and just to come up short like that was, heartbreaking, but to do it this year, like you said, after 40-something years, or almost 40 years, it was really good for not just us as a team, but everyone around Megs.
From a 10-win season in 2022 to just 6 in 2023, the Marauders looked dominant at times last season. But injuries and a heartbreaking first-round tournament loss kept them from reaching their goals.
I know with this team that we have so much potential to go far that we don't want to feel that disappointment again.
This season is the first with head coach Ryan Davis, who senior center Dustin Vance says has made a massive impact.
Coach Davis has changed my life completely, man. At first, coming in with a new coach, it was hard to adapt in many ways, but he's changed me as a person on and off the court. I'm so glad I met him. Best thing that could have ever happened to me.
And those 21 wins came in dominant fashion, beating their opponents by an average of 26 points a game. Now, the seniors recognize how important it is to keep their edge with the postseason fast approaching.
We want to feel the accomplishment of going far, because TVC, yeah, we won it, but we want something bigger.
Such an exciting journey these players have had, but they've also played a big role in the court.
Yeah, they all excel in different roles, and 3 of them really stand out. We're going to start with Caden Geen. Most of his work comes from behind the arc. He's shooting 34% from 3 this year and does a great job spreading the floor for underclass standouts Reed Brinegar and Carson Davis.
And Dustin Vance has also taken big strides this year. When we talked to him this week, he told us how much he feels he's improved, and it shows on the boards and in the paint, and he's shooting 59% from the field, which leads the team while grabbing 7 boards a game.
And we said Landon Dewees' name quite a bit this season. Textbook glue guy. We've seen him shine in transition this year, but also plays a big role off the bench, playing wherever Coach Davis might need him.
And we can't forget about the 6'6" center Aaron Tobin, another crucial force in the paint, or Megs veteran Brady Davis.
Yeah, absolutely. And we'll get to see them next week in action against Hillsborough. In the meantime, 30 minutes certainly isn't enough to keep up each week with everything happening across the TVC. So head to our socials on X, Instagram, and Facebook for brackets, highlights, and more.
Yeah, we've also got the full court press previewing and recapping the biggest matchups as the playoffs roll on. And you can't forget to check out all of our written content on WOUB.org/heroes.
For the Nelsonville York boys, they finished the regular season with a 12-point road win over Wellston, and the playoff journey began with a test facing an 18-4 Zane Trace team. And I'm now joined by Buckeyes reporter Sam Nolan, who saw this one up and close. And this NY team, they have a lot of momentum going into this game.
Yeah, that Wellston win set them at 14 wins to close the regular season. So they're on fire heading into the tournament, winning 4 of their last 5. And the momentum carried into the start of this one as well. NY got off to an early 20-15 lead after one, thanks to a big quarter out of Bean Martin. The second is where the game took a turn though. The Buckeyes could not keep the ball in their hands, and Zane Trace capitalized on the other end. It was 30-26 by halftime. Jump ahead to the third quarter here. Here's Landon Inman. He takes it all the way and dishes it out to fellow senior Bryant Call for the lay. The third was a physical battle. Here's Landon Robinson with an and one to put his team ahead 6 after 3. And Robinson was scoring on all 3 levels. He hits the corner 3 right here, and that is the nail in the coffin. Robinson and his teammate Grady Stewart combined for 8 3-pointers on the night, and NY's season ends here, 76-56.
So Sam, the Buckeyes had a little production from really everyone on Friday night.
Yeah, Alec Thompson scored 14, and Bryant Call finished with a near double-double. For Zane Trace, it was a team rebounding effort that allowed second chances all night, and they were finding those from beyond the 3-point line. It was a frustrating finish to the game and season for NY. Zane Trace outscored them by 14 in just the fourth quarter, and it felt like the Pioneers literally could not miss.
Yeah, always a tough way to go out, but how does NY kind of move past this one heading into next year?
Well, a tough loss like that can be hard to shake off, but NY has so much to be excited about for next season. The Buckeyes only lose 2 starters to graduation, and the rest of the young core is on its way back. Freshmen Grant Elliott and Champ Schultz showed flashes of what they can do all season. Cam Sullivan's only a sophomore, and Alec Thompson is gearing up for a big senior campaign.
And how could you forget about Bean Martin?
Exactly. The best shooter on the team is a rising senior as well, so there's no reason for NY to be stressed about what's to come. We spoke to Coach Gabriel after the game, and he expects a big leap from his squad next season.
Yeah, very solid year this year, took a good leap. Looking for another one next year. Thanks so much, Sam.
After the Alexander girls cruised through round 1 of the tournament, they had a rematch with a Huntington team that they lost to earlier in the season. That's Spartan Kara Allison getting us started with a big steal, score, and the and one. The Spartans up 21-2 in the first quarter, and free throws had a huge impact on that, shooting 21 for 31 from the stripe. Alexander up 30-10 heading into halftime, but don't think that this game is wrapped up because Huntington came out of the locker room seeing red. Allie Baker nailed the floater you just saw, and then here she's going to dance her way through the Spartans defense while dropping 30 points on them in that second half. If being light on her feet wasn't enough, she's a bucket. Then laid this 3 to cut the lead to 54-51 in the fourth quarter. This team was down 24 points to start the game, but Alexander really doesn't care about comebacks. They tough it out and take it 62-55. Wow, Alexander reporter Noah Cavan was at that game. Noah, coming back from a 24-point deficit, that's insane.
It's absolutely insane, and it all started with Huntington breaking Alexander's press. Huntington turned the ball over 9 times in the first quarter and had trouble even getting the ball past the half-court line. After the first quarter ended, I heard Huntington coach Kyle Uhrig tell his team, "Guys, we need a new plan." And that plan worked. Behind the stellar play of Allie Baker, the Huntsmen rallied back and cut the lead to just 3 points with over a minute left in the fourth quarter.
So how did the Spartans slam the door on that comeback?
Well, they made huge defensive stops down the stretch. Despite giving up a 47-26 run, Alexander held strong in the last few minutes, giving Coach Morgan Grinstead her first win in the old Waverly Gym as a head coach.
I've played here as a player and won games, and on my bucket list was being a coach and winning in here, so I get to check that off, which is pretty cool. But, you know, we just get back to work these next 3 days and try to compete as best as we can and give them everything we got on Saturday.
So the Spartans went on to play Portsmouth on Saturday, which is some pretty tough competition. How did they do against the Trojans?
Well, it's no doubt that they were ready, but they just couldn't keep up with Portsmouth Stars in their 58-24 loss. Portsmouth's dynamic duo of Kiki Woods and Sienna Allen went off in this one. The two combined for 36 points, 13 rebounds, 13 assists, and 10 steals. Allen shot the 3 ball very well, going 4 for 6 from deep, and her excellent court vision constantly set up her teammates for success, while Woods used her blazing speed to get some easy layups in transition.
So a tough way for the season to end, but what should we expect from the Spartans next year?
Well, the Spartans will return 4 of their 5 starters, as well as some key role players. Their lone graduating starter, McKenna Moore, led the team in rebounds this season and was a key part of their game plan. But junior Macy Hubbard and sophomore Maddie Brookins will step up next season and anchor the low block for Alexander. Now, I know I threw a lot of stats at you there, but here's one more. 86% of Alexander's points scored this season are from players that will be back next year, and that might just be a good sign of what's to come for the Spartans.
Yeah, well, I guess we'll have to wait and see. Thanks so much, Noah. Now for the boys, they also saw difficult competition taking on a 19-3 Chesapeake in the first round. Maddox Kazi for Chesapeake threw 4 Alexander defenders here and then to the stripe for 1 more, letting the Spartans know early on. Now Chesapeake is the 3 seed and Alexander is 14, but the Spartans did not play like this early on. This Mason Morris dime from deep demonstrates that fight. He dropped 17. Chesapeake only up 27-25 in the third, and big man Isaac Waller is getting in on the fun action here. And then this huge block from Gabe Phelps. Alexander did not come to play. It would be a battle the entire fourth quarter, but the Panthers would ultimately take it 59-46. After the game, Coach Jordan Hill spoke about his team's growth.
If someone would have came to me back in June and said, hey, this is how your team is going to progress, I would have called them a liar. The growth they've shown, it really started with the captains, then it trickled down to the seniors and everyone else.
So we saw the Alexander boys just face a tough opponent, and for the Athens boys, they were also in a loaded section.
Yeah, absolutely. The Bulldogs are in D3 Southeast, where the combined record of the top 3 seed is 58-6. Athens' first tournament trip was to number 3 Marietta to face a Tiger team with 17 of those wins.
And here now is Zachary Knight, Athens reporter, and this one was clearly not an opening round.
Yeah, they came in as the 6th seed against the Marietta team that's won 5 of their last 6. And from the jump, the Bulldogs were on their back foot, ending the first quarter down 21-5. Athens usually takes their time to set up a shot or find an open man, and with the speed Marietta played at, they just couldn't find a rhythm in this one. They took a while to get on the board. Their first bucket came from senior Easton Lisbon, who ended the night with 19. Despite his efforts, Marietta's dominant offense was too much for the Bulldogs, and the Tigers put up a barrage of threes, ending the night with 11 as a team. Ultimately, the Bulldogs were too far behind, ending their season with a 74-50 loss.
Yeah, so obviously a tough draw, but we did see a lot of growth from Athens this year.
Yeah, despite ending on a down note, these Bulldogs still had a great regular season. They were able to turn things around from a 4-win season last year to 11 this year, but they'll be losing some key pieces of their squad. Starters Easton Nuzum and Leo Martin both graduate this year, and Martin facilitates the Bulldogs' offense. He averages over 5 assists per game, and plenty of those assists helped out Nuzum, who averaged 11 points per game and almost 8 rebounds.
Yeah, but even without those two, there's a lot of young talent ready to step in next year.
Yeah, freshman starter Colin Chapman and sophomore Weston Wheatley are both still huge assets for this team, and Zach Mullen's senior season is still on the horizon. These 3 can continue the upward trend for the Bulldogs, giving them a spark after losing some of their seniors this year. Look, if Athens continues to improve at this rate, the TVC Ohio might just have to watch out for the Bulldogs next year.
Yeah, another great building year for Athens. Thanks so much, Zachary. Now we are down to just 4 teams in our coverage remaining in the playoffs. The Megs boys had the week off prepping for their date with Hillsboro, while Eastern also advanced on the boys' side.
And the Lady Wildcats are still moving along after winning back-to-back district titles. Plus, as we saw earlier and talked about last week, the Fed Hawk girls are still on the path to Dayton. Now, speaking of those Fed Hawk girls and their playoff success, there is a key component of that team that you hear us talk about all the time.
Yeah, and now you're going to have to listen a little bit more because it's only fair that Brenly Cottrell is our girls' hero of the week. Cottrell went off in Fed Hawks game against Valley, dropping 17 points. She also racked up 7 assists.
Yeah, and her defensive performance was as impressive as her offensive, with 3 rebounds and an insane 9 steals. She led her team to yet another playoff victory. And the boys' hero is an Eagle that had a stellar performance in his team's historic sectional title win. It's guard Derek Barnes.
Yeah, Barnes had a star performance against Waterford, racking up 22 points, a rebound, 3 assists, 2 blocks, and 5 steals.
Barnes is only a junior, so we can expect to see big moves from him both as they continue through the playoffs and next season.
And how about both performances coming in big playoff games? Obviously, the boys, they're kneeling the games in the combo, and the girls, of course, as we talked about earlier in the show, they're on the road to Dayton.
Yeah, and we've got a lot of exciting things coming up, including our finale, where we're going to announce Coach of the Year, Player of the Year, Rising Stars, and our All Heroes teams.
I can't wait to see all of those awards. I know there's been a lot of great play this year, and we're going to get to announce them in just a couple of weeks. Join us next week for episode 7 at 11 p.m. right here on WOUB. As always, we're reminding you to be heroic.